only have
Point where like he needs somebody else to kind of push him. Like he needs. Some dogs need to be put into defense. Some don't. From what he's showing me, he is the type of dog right now that he needs to be pushed a little bit in order to really kind of turn on and be able to kind of enter the next stages of his life. Because right now, like he has this obsession with this. This is what he wants, and because it's still just, you know, a drill. It's just playing to him. Whether it's tugging on this or tugging on that, right now to him it's still a game. So he really doesn't have any perception of what it is that he's doing. And you know, I've been, you know, pretty busy with other things, so I haven't been as with this dog as much as I would have liked. So you know, he is a little bit behind, but I never worry about that. Like, he'll be all right. It's just at the stage where he's at now, I got to start to bring in a couple other people so I can just get him. You know, he just needs to put a little bit more pressure on him, but I can't put that type of defensive pressure on the dog. So not being the dog's owner, his handler, the one that he trusts, that's a big part of the confusion that people see with me, because they see a lot of the time I've always worked all the dogs. Like, you know, I could go Kobe, hit the sleeve, I could go with the suit, but I'm working the dog, you know, in what's called prey. So to him, it's just a game. It's the same thing as this. I just become the tug. That's it. Essentially it's the same exact thing. So when you get into what this dog needs, he needs to be pushed into defense, which is a bit more of the, like, you'll see me doing things like this. This is just like conditioning. You know, the dog, I'm just conditioning him, like, you know, for different things, being on a bite, you know, to be calm when he's on a bite. That's really all I'm showing him. I'm just giving him different tactics that he will use as we start to go further. He's got all the intangibles. He's got all the tools. He's just, I mean, he's got great drive. He's got great focus when he gets into some. You know, he's got great, you know, mechanics when he has been biting. You know, he knows what he's doing, but really he's bored. You know, so. You see, like, all he cares about is that tug right now. That's why I'm going to take that tug away, and we're probably never going to see that tug again. Because now we have to shift what it is that we're doing to this, and his mind is just not in it, because he just wants that. So this is actually a hard case. Like, he's a lot harder of a dog to train than I anticipated, and more, not really than I anticipated, and just in the way that I have time. I don't have time as much to be training and be around the dog as much as I need to. So there's a lot of different things that I'm gonna have to do differently with him. But you know, the main thing is to not get frustrated. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, inside of this, like, there's a bit of frustration in me where it's like, you know, why is he, like, you know, he's better than this, and you know, he's seen all this stuff. But then you got to remember, I haven't worked with this dog in maybe 2 weeks. He hasn't, you know, been doing too much, you know, so he's kind of, his interest in certain things has faded a little bit. We had Sosa outside today. You know, I haven't really worked with him in a while. The thing with Sosa is I really, like, you know, just a life, you know, key pointer, you know what I mean? It's always important to be honest with yourself, you know? So, like, I haven't been working with him as much as I would have wanted to. You know, I'm really busy, and, you know, my life is very occupied with a lot of other things a lot of the time now, you know? So it's really hard to, you know, get the time, you know, that I need, and to really kind of be in that like motivated, you know, state of mind sometimes, you know. So that's the kind of difficulty that I face there. He has all the tools, he has all the intangibles. It's literally that I just haven't had the time and put the time, you know, into him, which is unfair to him. And I'm going to change this. You know, this is something that I'm going to do. But, you know, I wasn't particularly pleased with, you know, where he was, but it was more so displeasure, you know, with myself, you know, after evaluation. You know, it's not him, it's me. It's that, you know, I'm not dedicating myself to him, you know, as I should right now, you know, and that's my fault, and I got to make an adjustment there. So that's what I'm gonna do, you know. As I've always told you guys the truth and everything, you know, of Kobe, we started late, and I promised you I'd get him where he needs to be. You can see he did pretty good. You know, I still make that same guarantee. I promise you, I get this dog where he needs to be. It's just we're a bit behind right now, and you know, that's the truth of the matter. Like I said, anytime you're gonna do something in life, you know, always make sure you're telling yourself a true story. You know, tell everybody your true story. You know what I'm saying? But always tell yourself, never lie to yourself. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna sit here and like, you know, say this about why he's not doing this in training or not doing that in training, I got to look at the reason why. And the reason why behind it is because I haven't been putting the time, you know, into him the way that I should be. And that's really all there is to that. But, you know, his focus right now is he's really into the flirt pole, you know, so he's really into, you know, this smaller toy that's attached to the flirt pole, which really kind of instincts his prey drive, you know, really heavy, and he's really into it, you know. So he kind of like associates things with the flirt pole now. So that's how we kind of took him a bit away from the smaller flirt pole, and we got him onto the, you know, onto the bigger rag, you know, that was on it. That we had, so we put the well, I put a jute rag on the end of a horse whip to make like a larger type of flirt pole. You know, so he got into that, but you know, he just has his days, you know, because I haven't been consistent with him, so he doesn't give me consistent output. You know, it's kind of a, you know, give and take type of situation. You know, you want consistency from the dog, you got to give him consistency. So, you know, I gotta, you know, give him a little bit more consistency in his life, and you know, he'll give me a lot more consistency. So, you know, that's kind of what I was dealing with, you know, today with him. You know, it wasn't his best showing, you know, but, and, you know, just looking at him, and when I actually asked, because I don't really know the dog's ages a lot of the time, so I asked Lisa how old he was, you know, exactly, and she said he's, you know, just about a year now. That's when it just kind of hit me where I was like, wow, you know, I'm like 7-8 months behind right now, which is, you know, in reality, like, you can start training a dog at any point, so that's not like really true. But considering I like went into it and started somewhere already, like I would consider that the starting point, you know. So I already kind of started, but I just didn't put the time into it that I needed to. So it kind of left me in the position where I feel like I'm behind now, you know. So, you know, all in all, it's, as you can see, I got a lot to say about it. So it was a frustrating, you know, experience, but I was frustrated with myself, not the dog. The dog is great.